Hey there, I'm doing a couple of competition entries. I'll probably do two separate videos. And I'm going to show off some of my old horror movies, basically. Because I've noticed there's like a horror community, and I've always loved a horror film. Although I don't really collect, like, you know, I just discovered that I always get DVDs for Christmas, and I used to. And I never bothered watching them again, really. You know what I mean? I'll watch a horror film every now and again on one of the streaming channels or whatever. Or I'll hire one out from the DVD shop. I actually got a DVD shop near where my girlfriend lives. So I'm just going to show you some films basically, and also do contest entries for a couple of horror channel guys. So this is Frankenstein Reborn and The Werewolf. This is a 12 certificate. This was actually given to me by a mate who was a massive horror fan. And I have a few mates who are massive horror fans actually. I've got mostly from death metal bands. Mr. Gore from Gore Rotted, he's got loads of horror movies. He's into comic books now as well, but I used to check out his horror back in the day. And there's a guy called Vic from Gore Shriek, who I've mentioned before, because he gave me a load of his old comics, and he's into like horror. I kind of would like to have done some kind of more horror related videos, or even a podcast actually, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Not enough time for everybody really. The Hamiltons, your new neighbours might just be your last. One of the best independent horror films since Saw. A truly unique horror film, a gem. I think they were vampires. He's back with Some Time to Kill. The Curse of El Charro. 75p someone paid for this. This is another one that was given to me by my mate Al. And this one as well. Basically, he gave me 4 horror movies, a bit randomly, but well intentioned. It was just after my mum died, actually. Literally a couple of days after my mum died, he gave me these horror films. There you go, mate. It's not really going to help you, but it might, you know. And it was cool because it gave me something to watch. It gave me something to do for a while, something new to do rather than sitting around moping. So yeah, so I was grateful for him for that. Actually, it was really, you know. Bit way out there, but it was thoughtful of him, I thought, and at least I could keep him as well. So there you go. That's the 4 films that he gave me. Rise, Willard, which is about a rat, a killer rat. The Curse of El Charro, and Frankenstein and the Werewolf Reborn. I kind of Rise, Blood Hunter. Is that Lucy Liu? I think he's got Lucy Liu in this one. Yeah, Lucy Liu. Rise of Bloodhound. I don't know about Rise something else. Lucy Liu's in it. Right, classic old one. The House on Haunted Hill. The 13 Greatest Shocks of All Time. Starring Vincent Price. Eccentric millionaire Frederick Lauren. Vincent Price throws a house party for his much despised wife Annabelle. He invites a handful of guests, people from very different walks of life, and asks them to come to a notorious haunted house. He offers each of them $10,000 if they can survive just one night in a building that has a murderous past. That evening, Annabelle is found dead. And although initially it looks like she hanged herself, some of the guests have doubts, suspecting that one of their number might be the murderer. So begins the terror that awaits them on that horrific night. Ah! There you go. Right. Nightmare on Elm Street collection. I'm going to feel there should be some music while I'm showing this off. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street collection. You know what? I don't know if I've even watched it since I got it. I've seen the film. I saw the film when it came out. I'm just not a massive one for going back and watching old films, to be honest. It's like I've got them though. I've got them. If I ever going to feel the need to suddenly have a watch again, then they're there. I'm sure it should come with an outside case as well. It looks like it's not have an outside case to it as well. Oh, whatever. Dawn of the Dead. This is the remake, I believe. Yeah, it was alright. I saw these at the pictures as well. It was okay. Not too bad. I remember the first one. I never actually owned the first one though, but I do remember it. This is an ex-rental. Street Trash. It melts. Right, and this is going to bring me on to contest for HorrorHands. HorrorHands top 3 covers. And he's asking basically what your top 3 covers are. I'm doing like, I just sort of started subbing some people in the horror community, so I'm not that familiar with people. I've watched a couple of videos so far, and I saw this guy, he had a competition, so I thought, oh, I should do an entry. won't hurt in giving an introduction to the horror community. I'm not sure how many horror related videos I'll be making in the future. Maybe I'll start doing reviews of all the horror films that I might watch, you never know. But anyway, here's this is going to be in my top 3, I suppose. Yeah, he wants to know top 3 art, and that's, I don't know if it's not really art, or is it art, I don't know. It's not actually drawn art, but it's a still from the film, isn't it? So does that count? Another rental, Brain Dead. Really loved this film. In the 90s, I used to run a heavy metal club in East London called the Brain Dead Club, which was named after this. It was me and Mr. Gore from Gore Rotted before Gore Rotted were found. I don't know if you know the band Gore Rotted, and my mate Lindsay, who's still putting on gigs today in London as part of a group called Retribution Alive. They do gigs every month. But I would put this in my top 3 of art, but it's not really got any art on it, has it really? It's just got stills from the film, and I don't know, to be honest, it's not even that good, the cover. Sure, I've seen better covers for that. But anyway, definitely a top film. Right, The Grudge. This one maybe will get in my top 3, I don't know. It's quite a good picture. Not a bad film. I saw this being sold in the shops before it came out, like before it was remade and all that kind of thing. And yeah, not a bad film. Night of the Living Dead, a classic. Could this be a contender for one of the top 3? Oh, I wish I'd blinking decided before I started doing this video. Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's got a good heavy metal soundtrack. Death Angel are on here. Lars Rocket are on here as well. Good stuff. He puts the teeth in terror. Right, a bit of manga as well. Wicked City. That's got lots of demons. I think it's got like women with teeth in their tits and yeah, and fangs up their fannies who turn into spider women. I think there's a picture in the corner there. There you go. That put a cramp in your day, wouldn't it? That just you go from rock hard to blinking nothing in seconds. Right, Teenage Hooker became a killing machine. Yes, of course. I don't remember watching this. I probably have watched it. Few films since Eraserhead create such a bizarre atmosphere. I remember Eraserhead. I didn't like that. I thought it was rubbish. Right. Yorosuke Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. Not exactly horror, but so the Return of the Overfiend. This is no, this is another one. There's so many of these Yorosuke Dojis, I got confused by them all. And only the first one is really, really good. Legend of the Demon Womb. I am the Chojin. Yeah, I enjoyed the Yorosuke Doji back in the day. Of course, the manga films. I don't know if you had that where you were, but they had the Celtic Frost track playing in the intro section, the tasters section. Right, Evil Dead trilogy, the definitive Evil Dead collection. Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness. I think I saw all of those at the pictures. I can't remember if I did see the Army of Darkness at the pictures now, actually. I thought I got it on Dodgy Pirate, but the other two... No, actually, no, I didn't see them all at the pictures, did I? Of course I didn't. Because the Evil Dead, the original one, was when I was a kid. It was a video nasty in the UK and it was hard to get hold of. I didn't actually watch that until it was re-released, actually, thinking about it now. Right. I'm not getting a very good job at finding my top 3 here, am I? Alright. Evil Dead 2 again. Dead by Dawn! Dead by Dawn! Dead by Dawn! Dead by Dawn! Dead by... I'm breaking into heavy metal though. It's Deicide, isn't it? Dead by Dawn. Dead by Dawn. Of course, Dead by Dawn with the Necronomicon, based on the H.P. Lovecraft, one of my favourite authors. I'm very much a Lovecraft fan. Right, Monster Man, I really enjoyed this actually. Jeepers Creepers meets Duel in Texas Chainsaw Country. Yeah, I thought it was a really good film. I really enjoyed that one when I first saw it. I never heard of it, just picked it up on a random, and I thought, yeah, that really kicks ass. Right, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Remember this as a kid? Remember watching this around people's houses when I was about 7 or something? Yeah, pretty good stuff. If ever a film should be banned, this is it. That's what it says on the back here. Yeah, first released to a shocked public in 1974, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a deserved reputation as a compelling part of a new wave of American horror films. I should have breathed more there. And I do believe that's Night of the Living Dead again. Sealed in its wrapper still. I think I bought it because it was cheap, but I thought, well, I might want to watch that at some point. But yeah, so I've got a video now and I've got the DVD. Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Send more paramedics. Brains! Yes, so there you go. Maybe I could put this as a... Oh, I don't know, because I need to get to the end of this video. Oh, no, here we go. But maybe that's one. Right, and here is the main Urotsukidoji, the original one that I saw. Urotsukidoji, Legend of the Overfiend. I showed this to all my mates. I watched it a few times myself. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Good stuff, though. The Evil Dead full uncut version. So I've got two versions of this on DVD by the looks of it. Alien and Predator Collection. The Ultimate Alien and Predator Collection. All 7 films. There's more now, isn't there? Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Predator, Predator 2, and AVP, Aliens vs Predator. So yeah, I've got the collection. I don't know if I've ever watched it at all. Right, let me just choose. Right, I'm gonna choose my top 3 then, because reasons basically needs to be done. Actually, looking at this, I'm sure I was thinking that one of the films that I might make is my top 3, and it looks like they haven't actually got it. I was gonna go for Re-animator, because I love the Re-animator movie, but I don't think I've actually got the film. Oh, that's a surprise. Yeah, okay, never mind. So I won't go with Re-animator then. Right, let's go. Right, let's go with some heads. Let's go with some heads. So we've got 3 heads for my top 3. I haven't shown you myself. The Thing, From Beyond, and Street Trash. We'll have those as my top 3 art. Although it's not really art, really. It's stills from. It's still art, and the fact is photographs art. I don't know. This is what I'm going with anyway. I don't expect I'll win, and if I'm eliminated for not choosing very well, then so be it. So Street Trash is going to be in my top 3. I'm not going to go in order, or I'll do it in order. Street Trash is number 3 then, and then we'll have From Beyond as number 2. Lovecraftian from the creators of Re-animator, same. Producer or director as well, isn't it? I can't remember what his name is. Is it Bruce Gordon or something? Gordon, I think it is. Of course, Jeffrey Combs in it as well, who was Re-animator. Stuart Gordon, directed by Stuart Gordon. Yeah, with the pineal gland coming out of his head. And yeah, it was just basically. Love my heavy metal, and there were so many bits from this that was used in heavy metal intros. Same as Re-animator. There's actually a band called Re-animator, a thrash band from up north of England called Re-animator, who had a few Re-animator sort of samples in their tracks. Right, and the top one I'm gonna go is The Thing. It's got the head that ends up growing spider legs out of it, and yeah, it's just a bloody great film. Apparently, really panned in its day. Didn't get anywhere, bizarrely. I think it came out at the same time as E.T. or something, and everyone was looking for lovely, friendly aliens, and they didn't like aliens that took over your body and could shapeshift into whatever they wanted and kill people. But this is just a classic movie. It's one of those ones that if you're flicking the channels at night and you come into this, no matter what part, no matter how late it is and how much early you've got to get up from work, if you're flicking through the channels and you see this, you go, oh, I've got to watch it again to the end. It's one of those kind of films. So that's my top 3 for HorrorHands, top 3 cover art things. I haven't considered it very well. I've literally just thrown them out there because I'm pretty slipshod when it comes to making videos, to be honest. And when it comes to making up favourites, I just can't do it. I'm just... Right, so that's it. I'm back. I'm going to show the rest of my DVDs and videos, because I'm going to do a contest entry for Jason Horrific Nightmares as well. So, cheers for watching this. Bye.